Okay guys, I'm here to give you both the Raw review and the SmackDown review. Now for the Raw review kind of falls into what happened in the SmackDown and stuff, so I'm gonna react the way I did when I was watching Raw, like I did with Night of Champions this year. So what's going on with the Raw? It was on this Raw happened on December 17th, 2012, and this Raw was the Slammy Award night. This happened. This Raw was commentated by JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler. Now the first we actually kick off with a match. I was expecting to kick off with the Slammy since it's Slammy Award night, but we kicked off with a match, and it's Rey Mysterio with Sin Cara versus Damian Sandow with Cody Rhodes. Wasn't a bad match or anything, but I would have preferred to see a little bit more. They're still building up to the feud, and we found and to show and Rey Mysterio ends up winning the match, pinning Damian Sandow with the 619 and a splash. Then that's it. Then it tells you. Then we get the "Tell Me I Did Not Just See That" award, and it's presented by Booker T. And the nominees for that award was Brad Maddox low blow. That's when Brad Maddox cost Ryback the WWE Championship at Hell in a Cell. The next one was 18 seconds. That's when that was Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania this year. Then we have Kofi's Miracle Save. That's when Kofi Kingston did that handstand to save himself from elimination, which I thought was awesome. And then we have The Rock Gets Punked. That's CM Punk's heel turn this year when CM Punk turned heel and made The Rock go to sleep. And by the way, let me actually tell you something I don't like. They told you how to vote for the awards through the app and stuff, and it was way too much, just too much. They did it like 3 times that night. But yeah, before it goes to commercial, the Boogeyman comes out, and that was awesome. I guess the Boogeyman's back. I don't know if he's gonna be wrestling, but it was cool to see the Boogeyman. So then we find out that the person that won the award was Kofi Kingston. Brad Maddox was out there all ready to win that award, but he didn't win. He just left. And then Kofi Kingston says that he's going to excite us more next year. Hopefully win a world title or something. Then we get Caitlyn versus Eve Torres. I didn't really care about that match. Caitlyn won. That's all I remember. Then we get the comeback of the year, and it's presented by the New Age Outlaws. And during this, it shows a SmackDown ad. Now for the nominees for that award, the comeback of the year, it was Brock Lesnar, Chris Jericho, DX, and Jerry the King Lawler. And I knew Jerry the King Lawler was going to win because of his heart attack, so he won. And then he made a quick speech because he knew CM Punk was probably going to come out and interrupt. Then we get a match between Kofi Kingston and Tensai. Kofi Kingston won. None of the matches really lived up to my expectations, but the show was fine, just the matches weren't great. After that, Barrett comes out and attacks Kofi Kingston and gives him the Bullhammer elbow outside the ring. And then we get the Kiss of the Year award presented by Vicky Guerrero. And the nominees for that award were AJ and Daniel Bryan, AJ and Kane, AJ and CM Punk, and AJ and John Cena. So AJ was a nominee for that award. She was a runner-up a lot. AJ and John Cena ended up winning that award, but before Vicky Guerrero gives her the award, AJ she wants to know why AJ betrayed John Cena, and she's not going to explain it to us because she doesn't need to. It's a waste of her time. And then Dolph comes out after they bicker, and then he says, "You thought that may have won the Slammy of the award, but this should win the next one." And then she kisses Dolph forever. Then and then she leaves with the Slammy, and Dolph runs to the back and wonders why she did that. And then we get the Great Khali with Natalia versus David Otunga Doing this, it shows a WWE week ad. Terrible. Great Khali's terrible. He just wins with a chop, and he wins. And then we get the Superstar of the Year award, presented by Ric Flair. Doing this, it shows the Royal Rumble ad with The Rock. Absolutely awesome. Ric Flair is back. I'm happy that he's back. It looks like he's gonna have more matches, but he's not supposed to be because he's retired. But oh well. The nominees for the Superstar of the Year award is Sheamus, John Cena, Big Show, and CM Punk. So Flair comes out, gives out the award, and the person that wins the fucking award is fucking John Cena. I'm a John Cena fan, but he did not deserve that award. Punk. I'm gonna talk about that later if I go to Adam's house today. But John Cena winning that award. CM Punk was WWE champion. He's going to be WWE champion all year because he can't wrestle until the first of January. But he's going to be WWE champion all year. He beat the top guys in the business. He's even beaten Cena a bunch of times. And you telling me that Cena deserves more than him? When was the last time Cena won at a pay-per-view? He lost. Okay, I'm not gonna go too in depth with this. I was gonna say that Punk deserved it more, because as Punk said when he came out there, he deserves that award because Cena had the worst year of his career. I wouldn't say he had the worst year, but he had a pretty bad. He didn't have a great year this year. But Flair says, I don't know how you don't love that guy because Cena gave him the slammy. So then Punk says that he can beat Flair with one leg. Flair accepts the challenge, and they go have a fight. Punk actually hold his own in that fight. Hit him with his crutch a couple times, but then Flair pokes him in the eyes and gives Paul Heyman the figure 4 leg lock. Then he stops. He says that he loves Philadelphia, and he says that he's gonna die in Philadelphia. Then the Shield comes out to attack Flair. Goes to commercial. Comes back. We see Kane, Flair, and Bryan. We see Kane and Team Ono, I guess, came to save Flair. So then but the numbers game catches up to them and then they go to powerbomb Flair through the table. But then Ryback comes out and they fight him off. Then they thank them, and then they help show Flair respect by lifting him up in the air, and I thought that was cool. Then we have, and it shows the Attitude Era DVD, the Smackdown ad. Then it's Ric Flair and Team Hell No backstage. They thank them for coming to help them. They want to celebrate with them. Team Hell No. Daniel Bryan says no. Ric Flair says woo. I don't know what Kane said. But then Ron Simmons comes up and says damn, and they all speak, and then they're all speechless. Then we get a squash match between Brodus Clay and GTG, and Brodus Clay wins. Then we get the LOL Moment of the Year award presented by Santino Marella and Tensai. And doing this, it shows a tribute to the Troops ad. The nominees for that award were LOL. When The Rock threw Cena's merchandise in the river, I thought that was funny. When Team Hell No took anger management classes, I thought that was funnier than The Rock throwing Cena's merchandise. Then we have Randy Orton and LW's brawl from this year. And when Randy Orton and WWE brawled around in the locker room and they threw chili and stuff on them. Then we have Vicky Guerrero's dance. That wasn't funny, that was just bad. I thought Team Hell No was gonna win because I knew The Rock wasn't gonna be there. But by the way, I guess they did laugh out loud. Like Tensai actually tripped when he came to the ring, so I think that was legit. And he had like an ice pack on his head from when he lost to Kofi. Then Santino says that Tensai's Spanish Japanese for a fat Albert. He says he's just looking at the teleprompter, and Tensai says there is no teleprompter. So that was kind of terrible stuff. Tensai is just, I've lost faith in him. But they The Rock ends up winning the Slammy, and Santino says he's gonna keep the Slammy until The Rock comes back. So I wonder if he's gonna get a Slammy back. I doubt that though. Then we have Sin Cara with Rey Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes with Damien Sandow. They have a decent match. Sin Cara ends up getting caught when he goes for like a bulldog against Crossroads and for the victory. And then yeah, that's really it right there actually. Then we have the Trending Now hashtag of the moment award presented by Zack Ryder and Layla. Yeah, that's an award. Layla did a good job promoting the app though. I'm gonna give her credit for that. Then then I'm gonna say the nominees for that award. It was hashtag Feed Me More, hashtag People Power, hashtag Little Jimmy, hashtag Woo 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 You Know It, and Ryback ends up winning the award. No surprise there. And then we have a Big Show comes out, and he says that he's gonna stick. He is the most dominant champion. That he beat Sheamus last night, destroyed him. Sheamus comes out, shows him respect, said you were the better man, shakes his hand. Then Big Show calls him a Irish white potato with ginger snap. So Sheamus gets mad, tackles Big Show, hits him with that big chair. Then he blow kicks him and leaves. So that was okay. Then we have the 3MB versus Alberto Del Rio, The Miz, and we find out his tag team partner was Tommy Dreamer. It was awesome. I like Tommy Dreamer. And during this, it shows Ziggler backstage. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention because Dolph Ziggler tried to cash in the Money in the Bank when Big Show was down, but Cena came out and attacked him. So then Dolph Ziggler wants revenge on Cena, but then it was a call. But then she says that what's up with you and AJ? Why are you guys kissing? It's like, you know she's psychotic. You don't never know what to expect from her. Then she says that relationship's over, that Vicky Guerrero is ugly. She makes a match between him and AJ versus her and Cena for later tonight. And then let me get back to the 3MB versus Del Rio, Miz, and Tommy Dreamer. Awesome to see Tommy Dreamer out there. Miz gets dominated a lot, so then he ends up getting the hot tag on Del Rio. Dreamer and Miz fight off McIntyre and let me think, what's his name? Oh, Heath Slater. Then Del Rio goes for the cross arm breaker, tags in Tommy Dreamer, and hits the DDT on Jinder Mahal for the win. I think it was Jinder Mahal, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, 3MB not looking too good. We get the Newcomer of the Year award presented by Sheamus. He said that he won this award himself, and then he went on to become a 3-time world champion. And he went on a really good career. The nominees for that award were Antonio Cesaro, Brodus Clay, Damien Sandow, and Ryback. And Ryback wins the award. No surprise there. Then he says that when Owen Hart wanted change, I was that change. To be honest with you, I doubt that. Then he chants Feed Me More. Then we get Ryback versus Antonio Cesaro. They have an all-night match, but then Cesaro decides to leave, and Ryback wins by countout, but he wasn't satisfied with it. Then we get the Match of the Year award presented by Mean Gene Okerlund, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and Jim Ross. Then the nominees for that award were Undertaker versus Triple H from WrestleMania 28 in that Hell in a Cell match that I reviewed not that long ago. Then we have John Cena versus Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules in an Extreme Rules match. Then we have Big Show versus Sheamus at Hell in a Cell. I reviewed that wasn't that long ago. And then we have John Cena versus The Rock from WrestleMania 28. Thought it was going to be John Cena versus The Rock, but it ended up being Triple H and Taker. Good job. I'm actually happy with that because they actually did have a great match, and I think they deserve to get Match of the Year because we're never going to see them again. It's like the end of an era. I think that one should have been legit, but Triple H comes out and says that he was happy to work with that match. You don't get many opportunities to get unforgettable moments, and he says, and he has short hair now. If you didn't know, but I knew that before. That he says that that you have not seen the last of the Undertaker, but have we seen the last of him? So I'm thinking maybe if we haven't seen the last of the Undertaker, that I don't think they're gonna do a Triple H Undertaker 4. 3 years in a row was too much. But I think they might do Taker and Brock Lesnar this year. And that's the only thing I can see doing. Taker, there's no really old guy that they can bring back. But if they wanted to, they could do Undertaker versus. I think like you can't do Ziggler because Ziggler's too fresh. He's not a big name yet, and they can't do. I wish I could see Undertaker versus Chris Jericho, but we can't. But yeah, I want to see some good matches. I think Taker and Brock would be a good match, but I think they could do maybe like a Taker, maybe Punk. You can do a Taker Punk. I don't even maybe you know what I'm thinking. I want to say this. I'm thinking that they could do a Punk and Lesnar match with Paul Heyman as the ref. I don't know if I said this before, but I'm gonna say it now. And they could have Brock Lesnar get screwed. Well, the way they could build it up is they have Lesnar win the Rumble, and Paul Heyman can't decide whose side to take, so they have him be the ref. Then they have Punk win the match by Lesnar screwing over by Heyman screwing Lesnar over, and then he wins. And then they could have another match in the future. They could do a Brock Lesnar match too. They could do a lot of things for me. I should make a video about this, but they really could do a lot of things. I would like to see a Brock and Lesnar too. I didn't see the first one yet, and two, it just would be awesome to see. Now let's get on with the next thing. Hopefully, I don't know what Taker's doing for Mania this year. And then the Shield attacks Tommy Dreamer. That pretty much stayed 40. They attacked him. Mikado tried to save him, but he failed. Where was Del Rio for this? I think Del Rio maybe didn't know what was happening. But yeah. The Shield looks pretty strong. Then we have AJ and Dolph Ziggler versus Vicky Guerrero and John Cena. And doing this, it shows a WWE weekend. When AJ comes out, I definitely knew that she was a heel because of the way she was walking. Like, she skipped, but then she has the win crew win the ladder in the ring. Then she says, everyone's asking me why I attacked John Cena. I slept at a gas station last night. People asked me why. My, her room attendant or something asked her why. The chauffeur, whatever it's called. The people in the locker room asked me why an hour ago, but that was why she kissed off Ziggler. And then she thinks it was pretty obvious, but then Vicky Guerrero, of course, has to ruin everything, and we didn't get to find out. Then they go back and forth. Ziggler comes out, then Cena comes out. They have the match. AJ ends up walking out because she wants to. Vicky walks out. Cena and Dolph are left in the ring. Cena has the STFU on Dolph. Then Big E Langston comes out. But we see this big guy come out, and he looks kind of like someone from like the Nation of Domination, but it looked like Marcus Corban. Well, Mark Henry back, but a less fat Mark Henry. We found out his name. He's from NXT, named Big E Langston, and he clotheslined Cena, and he gives him like this gutbuster shoulder, whatever it's called. And then AJ skips around and her music plays, and that's how the show ends. So this Raw, it was a good Raw because of the Slammies, but if the matches didn't live up to my expectations, I thought they were gonna have better matches. But that's fine, I guess. Then now I'm gonna get to SmackDown. The SmackDown happened last night on December 18th, 2012. And the commentators are JBL, Michael Cole, and Josh Matthews. And then it tells you what's going to happen with all this stuff, with the AJ scandal, the AJ stuff. Then we get Miz TV with Dolph Ziggler, AJ Lee, and Big E Langston. And I guess Dolph Ziggler is all with AJ now because when they came out, they kissed. Miz asked AJ why she cost John Cena the match. She says that John Cena, she was with a bunch of guys that didn't love her. Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Kane, all that, those guys. And she thought John Cena was going to be different. And then she says that Cena, like they showed like Cena kissing her, but then she thought that they loved it could have been like the next couple ever. But then we see John Cena, we see the Vicky Will thing. When I actually forgot about this when she like made those like bowls, and Vicky Will, and she's like, these look like a piece of crap. I made it all along. And then AJ's like, I had to make hours making those, and he just trashes them. But to be honest with you, I think Cena thought Vicky made those to like hide everything. So Vicky kind of brought this upon. I wonder if Vicky is working with her too, trying to take out John Cena. That's probably not gonna happen though. But then she says so that's why Cena broke her heart. She broke his body or something. But then Miz brings up a very good question. Didn't Dolph call you crazy a number of weeks ago and now you're all of a sudden with him? Then Dolph says that AJ is just passionate. And then she also introduced Big E Langston, her friend, and anytime anyone calls her crazy, he's supposed to attack him. So he's not really a friend, I consider him a bodyguard. Then Dolph says, when he goes to call her crazy, she says, earmuffs, babe. So then she puts the earplugs on, and then that was cool. Then, he says that John Cena, doesn't deserve this stuff. I forget what he really said, but then when Miz is making fun of her, Big E Langston attacks Miz, and, does the same thing he did for Cena. Then AJ skips around the ring and stuff, so, yeah. Then we get, let me see, this was commercial free by the way, so it's kind of weird watching a SmackDown not with no commercials because you expect the commercials to happen and they don't happen. Then we have Booker T and Teddy Long backstage. What was Teddy Long thinking here? He has Brad Maddox gives Brad Maddox another opportunity, and yeah, I'm not going to talk about this too much. Then we get Damian Sandow with Cody Rhodes versus Sin Cara with Rey Mysterio versus Sin Cara with Rey Mysterio. Forgot to delete that, but Rey doesn't end up coming out. I forgot to take it off my phone though. And when it pretty much ends up happening is Dolph is as the match is progressing, we see the Shield come out, and Sin Cara gets distracted, and they have Rey Mysterio's mask, and then Damian Sandow comes up and hits that neckbreaker move for the win. Then the Shield attacks Sin Cara, and Seth Rollins gets on the top rope and hits him with like a devastating knee right to the knee, the bad knee that Team World Scholars worked on this past Sunday. And we also find out that, well, tonight on Main Event, that they're gonna be facing Team Hell No for the tag team titles. I thought it was supposed to be Kane versus Cody Rhodes. That's what it said when I recorded it. Then we get the Tribute to the Troops ad. So really there was commercials, but I think we'll talk about like non-wrestling commercials. Then we get Santino Marella versus Tensai, build up from last night. It was shit. Santino won when Tensai missed a senton. Then it gives us Sin Cara's injury update. They said that he's been like examined. He's been taken to the hospital there. Him and Ray. Then it shows the Superstar of the Year award with Ric Flair and stuff. Then we get Kofi Kingston and Team Hell No backstage. Team Hell No asked Kofi Kingston to be like looking out for the Shield. Then Kane does, and then he says that Kofi says that he wants to get his hands on Wade Barrett tonight. Then Daniel Bryan's still upset about not winning the funniest moment of the year because he thought it was funny. Kane says he's still mad about that, but he got to hang out with Ric Flair. Then he says that Ric Flair would be a good. Kofi says that Ric Flair would be a nominee for catchphrase of the year. Then Bryan goes, no, no, and then they just leave. And then we get Wade Barrett and the Primetime Players versus Kofi Kingston and Team Hell No. It was just a tag match, nothing really special. It teased that this year was coming out, but they didn't come out for this match. And Kane ends up hitting the choke slam on Darren Young for the win. Then we get the WWE Shop.com ad. Then it shows Big E Langston attacks. It shows both of them. Then it shows John Cena with Sheamus backstage. I thought this was pretty funny. John Cena is backstage. Sheamus is talking about something. Cena says that Big E Langston's the toughest guy he's ever been in the ring with. I think he means like when he attacked him. And he says that he needs to have his back tonight. But then Sheamus asks him about the John Cena AJ situation. So then he whispers in his ear, and he's like, ugh, ooh. Then Sheamus is like, that's really, are you serious? And he's like, no, of course not. And then Sheamus says, is that even possible? And I don't get it. I just don't get. I know I get what they were talking about, but I think I think eventually Cena's gonna come clean and say if he did it or not. We'll find out maybe Raw this Monday on Christmas Eve. Then we get then it shows the Miz riding. No, then we get then we get CM Punk promo. He comes out and says that he should have still won Superstar of the Year, and that Philadelphia is the worst city to be in, and that he's still pretty much walking, standing tall, and Norma guy would have been ice packing his knee. Then Ryback comes out, says that he on New Year's, on the first Raw of 2013, he's gonna be facing CM Punk for the title. I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen. Then I think they're just doing that just so they can get that out of the way, so we can feud with The Rock. And that's absolutely fine because this wasn't supposed to happen, and CM Punk injury wasn't necessarily a bad thing. But it's kind of a bad thing because they don't know what to do with Punk now. And I think they had him booked for these dates, so they have to have him. And yeah, that's the best way I can say that. Then we get Ryback versus Antonio Cesaro. I'm not gonna say a typical Ryback match because Ryback Antonio Cesaro looked pretty strong. At the beginning it was a typical Ryback match. But then Cesaro looked pretty strong. He threw him into the steps and tried to get a count-out victory. He was very smart in this match, I'm going to say. He hit that up. He had some uppercuts on him, but then Ryback ends up hitting the shell shock for the win. So I'm going to say it wasn't necessarily a bad match. They had Cesaro put up a pretty good fight last night. Then we get Caitlyn is backstage going to a match, and AJ wishes her luck. She gives him like a look, and he's like, what was that look? And then she's like, AJ, I don't want to be your friend anymore if you're going to keep acting this way. Then she's like, you're going to choose a title over me? And he's like, no, I'm choosing a title over a psychopath. AJ hits her in the back with like a Gatorade, with like a water bottle. They fight for a bit. Then then we get the Divas title match between Eve and Caitlyn. Eve defended it. It was an all-right match. Not necessarily the best match ever. I kind of wanted Caitlyn to win because I wanted to see the feud between AJ and Caitlyn for the title. And I think we're going to get that eventually, the way we saw it tonight. But what ends up happening is Eve grabs the ref and gets disqualified and retains the title. Kind of not the bestest DQ win ever, but kind of a strange one. Then we get the Dolph Ziggler, AJ Lee, and Big E Langston are backstage. Big E Langston. It's kind of a strange name now that I think about it, but I don't really know what to say about it. I'm not gonna say much Oh yeah, but AJ says that she thought she was a friend. Dolph Ziggler says it's okay. Big Show comes up and says that if you cash in the Money in the Bank opportunity tonight, he will knock him out all the way to the future when and when he wakes up, his Money in the Bank would have expired by then. Good line by Big Show right there. I actually laughed at that. And then we get the WWE week ad. But then it shows Sheamus attacking Big Show from last night. Then we get Brad Maddox's match. He ends up facing Bonus Clay. Nothing. I'm not gonna say it. It was just Clay won. Shield attacks and it was good. And Roman Reigns screams like ah. I don't know what that scream's about. But yeah. Then we have tribute to the troops ad. Then we get Dolph Ziggler and Big Show with AJ Lee and Big E Langston versus Sheamus and John Cena. Typical tag match. John Cena, Sheamus and Big Show end up fighting to the back, and then Ziggler hits the zigzag on Cena, kicks out. Cena hits the FU. Probably won the match there. Then Big E Langston does the same thing he did with Cena last night. And then AJ Lee just skips around and kisses Dolph again. So yeah, everything was fine. It was just the shows this week didn't live up to my expectations, I think. But yeah, the thing I want to say about this, I don't see Big E Langston sticking around for long because he doesn't have the look to be a superstar, and I think Cena's just gonna when he gets in the ring with Cena, Cena is just going to just bury him. I have a feeling he's gonna get a few moves here and there, but Cena's just gonna destroy him. And then I think I can see Cena. Here's what I think could happen. I can see Dolph cashing in the Money in the Bank and going into WrestleMania as champion, and then either Cena will win the Royal Rumble and choose to face Dolph Ziggler at Mania for the title. And I think that would be fine. But I would want to see Cena win the Rumble. I'd rather have someone else win the Rumble and choose to face Punk for the title, and then Dolph and Cena do their thing and have the match. Like Cena wins a #1 contenders match or something, and then Dolph ends up somehow winning at Mania. I think they might, or if they do that, they might have Cena win at Mania, and then Cena will get rid of Big E Langston at Elimination Chamber, and then it's just gonna be him and Dolph with with something going on. And I can see AJ Lee winning the Divas title from Caitlyn if that happens. And I can also see Big Sheamus and Big Show having another match of maybe the Royal Rumble or something. And then Punk and Rock. Punk's gonna win that. And then Punk's gonna defend the title in Elimination Chamber with some guys in there. Then Punk's gonna maybe face Austin at Mania, or maybe like the Lesnar thing I was saying. And Taker will probably face Lesnar at Mania though. I'm assuming, because that's the only guy that Taker hasn't taken out yet at Mania. I mean, I don't think Taker's ever beaten Lesnar one-on-one, if I'm assuming. Then, as for the world title scene, I can see either I can see Sheamus defend. I don't know who's gonna be the world champion by Mania, cause it's Sheamus, Big Show. Then I can see Barrett being the Intercontinental Champion by then. It's really a long thing too. And tonight, I can see this on WWE Ion main event. I think they're gonna still keep the tag titles on Team Hell No, because I just don't see them losing them anytime soon, because they're still kind of feuding with the Shield. And I think once Team Hell No loses those titles, they're gonna break up. So they're gonna probably continue their feud with the Shield, and I think maybe the Shield, Roman Reigns, or Seth Rollins will beat them for the tag titles. I can see that happening. Then I can see Punk beating Ryback at on the first Raw. There's a lot of other things I can see happening. Tribute to the troops. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a good show, but the match is never really a good. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for right now. I'm saying too much. I'm just gonna not give the stuff to subscribe to. It's in the description box. I'm gonna go upload this video. Goodbye.